What makes a portrait investment worthy? Well, that's a tough question because it has so many detailed answers. Plus, I think in some ways it's personal to the person that's purchasing that portrait. But I think there's some principles, some foundations that I can share with you in a broad brush form that will help you understand when a portrait is investment worthy. Number one, I think it has to have a level of depth and personality, story, emotion. This comes in learning a little bit about somebody, talking to them. We love and need to do a design appointment before every portrait so that we can learn more about that person, and then we can represent them in that session. And also, I think too, for me, the personality of the artist in that room, and just making the walls come down, where you can get all of those facades broken and the walls broken, and people can be themselves. And I've always said I'm more interested in my ability to see than my ability to create, because creating is posing, it's structure, but seeing is understanding what you're seeing. It's understanding. I mean, I can talk to somebody and I can tell you that looks like them, and I may not even know them, but I think it comes from being in that environment for so long and caring about it. And not being so nervous about, oh my gosh, I've got to get this pose or that pose, but being more concerned about finding that person. So to me, the first thing I would say is emotion or story, personality, because anybody can just record a face. The second thing I would say is having an investment-worthy style, because there's just some photographs that you may love and they're great for your devices, but they're not great for your wall. Something's going to go on your wall, it has to have a number of qualities. Number one, it has to have a distinctive style that you recognize and you chose because you love that style. It could be simple fine art black and whites, or classic color studies, or paintings done in beautiful colors and with great accuracy, but simplicity, so nothing distracts. Whatever it is, you need to recognize the style of the artist. This is why when Bev and I teach photographers, we always say that you've got to create gaps between the masses. There's a million photographers out there that get a camera and they begin to shoot because there's really no barrier to entry. And that's fine. I mean, I did the same thing when I began. But I tell them, the thing you need to do is look where everybody's running and run the opposite way. Find a place that's yours. What makes your heart beat faster? What when you create art, are you passionate about, because it's going to be reflected in your photograph? Somebody once told me, said, every portrait you create is in essence a self-portrait. And style is like that. So what styles do you love? And then the style has to go beyond something you love. It has to have the qualities to go on the wall. Number one, it has to have simplicity, timelessness. All of those things are important. And I believe most photographers fear simplicity because if they don't throw a lot of stuff in there, they don't know what to do. But I think when you pull out the very heart and soul and essence of a person, that's what we want to see. Technical excellence, yeah, that's important, but I think that should be a given. Great photographers, great artists know how to direct the viewer exactly where they want. They'll use people, they'll use lighting, they'll use the sets or the scenes to say, here, look at this, here, this is what we're celebrating. And they have ways to, even when there's more things in there, to say, this is what's important. Here is the story behind this. Technical excellence to me should be a given. And unfortunately it's not, because with so many in our industry picking up a camera and shooting, without that technical excellence, you have a facade. It begins to fall apart. You look at it and go, wow, that's, it's got some issues with it, or there's too much going on, or any number of things. But here's the thing about technical excellence I'd like to share with you. I think technical excellence, as I said before, should be a given. And I think when you do things technically excellent, then what happens is you make the art form invisible. In other words, when I'm technically excellent, I make photography invisible, and I make the people, the story, the depth of that piece, what people look at. And this is easy to understand if you ever flip through channels and maybe you have a public access or something and you got something going on, you're like, wow, this is great, I want to watch this. but maybe they haven't perfected their video yet, and the person walks out of it, or the camera jumps, or whatever it is. What do? You change the channel. Well, see, that's the way, because you know why? Now the technical inferiority is keeping you from enjoying the message. That's what technical excellence is. It should be a given. When you come to purchase, you shouldn't say, is it going to be in sharp and well exposed? It's going to be sharp focused and well exposed. No, that should be a given. And we've spent decades perfecting that, not because we want to be technically excellent, but because we want the story to rise to the top. I could go on and on about investment worthiness, but that's a couple of broad brush strokes. Thanks for checking us out here at Walden's.